brain fog? Why are you so invested in those people's lives? Where has gossiping ever got you in life? They're having abortions. They're able to put their purpose first. Majority of us don't use our sexual energy for the right reasons. They don't even know who the baby father is. Life could be totally different for you. Successful men and women, they don't let these things control them. What's good, my YouTube family? Alex Moore here, back again with another video. Thank you as always for tuning into the channel. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at @realalexmoore_. Y'all, we back with a new week of vids, man. How y'all liking the consistency? I know y'all see y'all boy putting in that work, getting back out there. Today I got a special video for y'all. I think it's gonna be really valuable and something that we can all take away and use in our regular lives on a day-to-day basis to help us just be a better man or woman today than we were yesterday. I'm gonna be speaking to you guys about the art of self-discipline. I'm currently reading a book called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. So the first principle I'm gonna talk about today from Outwitting the Devil is self-mastery. Self-mastery is the second of 7 principles that you must follow in order to be a non-drifter. A non-drifter is someone who uses their mind to relentlessly pursue their passion, pursue their dreams. They know what it is that they want with definite purpose, and they strive with every minute of the day to achieve that desire that they want. About 98% of the world is a drifter. 98% of the world don't know what they want. They have no direction. They have no vision for what their future holds. They just kind of go through just living life however they see fit, or letting other people dictate their life for them. Hill states, if you haven't mastered yourself just yet, you're never going to be a master to others. Lack of self-mastery is the most destructive form of indefiniteness, meaning that if you can't learn to master your emotions, master your thoughts, master your actions, you're never going to have enough control to be able to inspire others. This is big for me as someone who is working to build his own community. How can I go ahead and lead and inspire or let others know what's possible if I'm succumbing to my own issues myself, or I'm still being a drifter? It's very important to master oneself, master those emotions, those thoughts, and it takes time, obviously, but if you are able to overcome those things, there's no way you're not going to be able to achieve whatever it is that you want out of this life. Now here's the thing, Alex, if you do struggle with controlling your emotions, if you do struggle with controlling your actions, if you do struggle with controlling those negative thoughts and beliefs that you have, there's 3 things right now that you could work on to start mastering yourself. And these 3 things are something that most people in the world struggle with and never get a grasp to fix it themselves. These 3 things are the desire for food, the desire for expression of sex, the desire to express loosely organized opinions. According to the CDC, about 74% of the adults in the United States are actually overweight, and that includes nearly 43% who are obese. That is insane when you really think about it, but it makes perfect sense. Big time corporations, they prey on us. They know that we struggle with eating healthy food. They put these foods that taste good, have a lot of oil in it, have a lot of different products in it. They know that humans are gonna wanna eat those because it tastes good. It satisfies their taste buds. That's why you see the McDonald's on every street. You see the In-N-Outs all the time. You see the Burger Kings, the Carl's Jr.'s, the Five Guys, all these foods that are bad for you but taste good. Especially in lower income neighborhoods, it's very high that you see a McDonald's on those streets. I'm in the South, so you see a Bojangles all the time. They're placed in these certain sections on purpose. The aftermath that comes with the eating this food feels terrible. I mean, I can only think of so many times I've had In-N-Out, so many times I've had a milkshake, and in the moment it felt amazing. 30 minutes later, 40 minutes later, my stomach hurt. I was having to go to the bathroom all the time. I had brain fog. I didn't want to do nothing but sleep. Hill talks about if we could see all the BS that's put into our body on a regular basis and see what the inside of our intestines look like and how dirty they were and just how clogged up just everything that we put to our body is, we would be so disgusted with ourselves. We would be embarrassed with ourselves. We would want to change immediately just from seeing all the BS that's in here. He speaks on how the devil is able to control us because we do have that brain fog. We have clutter in our mind. We have clutter in our brain. But he also speaks about the people who do have a clean body, the people who do think about what they eat. They are able to make the appropriate healthy decisions, how their mind works better. Their mind is more clean, their body is more clean, and they have a sound brain and a sound body. It's harder for the devil to go ahead and infiltrate them because they are thinking clearly, but it's easier for the devil to infiltrate the people who are constantly eating fast food, eating BS, because they have the brain fog. They are sluggish. They're not thinking fully. And not only that, but we see the health issues that comes with that. We see the diabetes, we see the high blood pressure, we see the obesity. And I'm someone who actually works in healthcare, so I do see these things literally on a daily basis, and I see how the lack of making the right choices with food, how that integrates with so many different life issues that get thrown their way. Lack of energy to continue continue to apply for more jobs, or lack of energy to try to get a second job, or lack of energy or creativity to just think about something else that you can do to expand your career. I really do think that that desire for food, I don't want to say it's a sin, but it really does slow you down on what you can do to become the man or woman that you want to be. Next, I want to talk about the desire for sex. This is definitely something that we all have issues with if not used the right way. Hill speaks about how the desire for sex doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. He speaks about how sex is normal, sex is needed to procreate, sex can be a beautiful thing, but majority of us abuse sex. Majority of us don't use our sexual energy for the right reason, and because of that, there's so many lifelong issues and mistakes and things that happen that could have been avoided if we just mastered our control over sex. And this is something the devil preys on. He preys on people who can't master their sexual urges. He preys on people who let lust control their minds and let it dictate everything that they do. And this is something that most people aren't able to master. Most people aren't able to master their sexual urges, their sexual desires. Think about it in life terms, how many people we see 15, 16, 17 years old, these teenagers who don't even really know what they're doing like that. How many young teenagers get pregnant? Again, I work in healthcare, so I see there's plenty of women that come into my office who are having babies by mistake. They're having abortions. They don't even know who the baby father is. They come in for STDs or STIs from people that they just met at the club last week, or their boyfriend or baby daddy, whoever cheated on them. Like, there's so many things that comes from struggling with controlling your sexual urges or your desire, and this is something that the devil is just preying on constantly. I mean, there's plenty of people who aren't having sex who are letting porn just dictate their mind and rot their mind, and they come home from work or they come home from school and they're literally just on these websites for 4, 5, 6 hours. That time that could be spent working on their business or even just studying or trying to figure out something creative to do, the sex is just getting in their way and they're not moving forward in anything. This is why semen retention is so big, and why I've talked about semen retention in the past, is because imagine if you were one who did transmute that sexual energy into something positive, into your purpose, into something that's going to get you further in life. Imagine how much of a difference you would be. Imagine how much difference in your life you would have, or how much further you would be if you did just put that to the side, or when you are feeling those urges, you did just use it in to go into the gym or making some more money, whatever the case may be. Life could be totally different for you, but majority of the world doesn't realize that. Majority of us succumb to those feelings that we have. The devil also talks about how overindulgence in sex depletes your life force energy, it destroys your ambition, and it leads you to drift into other areas, as well as just wasting your time. The 2% of men and women, the successful men and women, they don't let these things control them. They're able to put their purpose first and lock in. They still indulge in sex, but they don't let their cravings, they don't let their urges control them the way 98% of the other people in the world do. And if you are able to control your sexual emotion, like I said, not only will you be more successful, you'll have a more attractive personality, your energy will be higher, your imagination will be sharpened more, you're able to think a lot more clearly and creative, and you'll have more perseverance or courage in your purpose or whatever it is that you're doing. Overall, you're gonna be a winner. There's no way you can't lose when you're transmuting your sexual energy into something positive and you're not succumbing to the same issues or the same lust or the same problems that 98% of everyone else is struggling with. The last principle I want to talk about when it comes to the art of discipline is loosely expressed opinions. Hill says loosely expressed opinions, but I pretty much got from this just gossip in today's day and age. Gossip, gossip, gossip. Where has gossiping ever got you in life? He says its destructiveness consists in its tendency to influence people to guess instead of searching for facts when they form opinions, create ideas, or organize plans. Think about that for a minute. Think about how often we're just so quick to listen to whatever we hear being said in the media, or how quickly if we see an article we just believe everything that's said, or on the news we just believe everything that's being told, not even realizing we haven't done our research. We just go off of whatever these people are saying, we just soak it up and just believe it. And he talks about how this develops a grasshopper mindset. I like that term a lot, grasshopper mindset. That was pretty dope to me. Grasshopper mindset is someone that jumps from one thing to another but never actually completes anything. I think of this especially in today's age where a lot of people just want to go ahead and get rich quick or get some clout real quick, doing things on social media to get a lot of clicks, like viral moments, following trends that are going to be lit, they're going to be here today but gone tomorrow, and always just chasing whatever the most popular thing is in the world, but you're just hopping from thing to thing, from wave to wave. You're never actually sticking with one thing and building on something for yourself. In the short term, you can be successful for these things, but in the long term, you never actually get anywhere. You just keep chasing that next thing, just leads you nowhere. And Hill also talks about giving your opinion when nobody asks for for it. We see all the time, like I said, especially with the Shade Room comments or these other tea pages on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, just how many people are giving their opinion on what's going on in the world when nobody asked for it. Or even just in our own one-on-one days, just people coming up to you giving their unsolicited opinion that has nothing to do with anything you're doing. Why did you feel the need to tell me how you feel about what it is that I'm doing? That doesn't do anything for me at all. He also talks about not being so invested in other people, like not being invested into what these celebrities are doing or what these athletes are doing, or taking your time out to message them being a hater basically. Like, what is the importance of you hating on LeBron for not hitting the game-winning shot? What is the importance of you sharing your feelings or your emotions with these people who don't even know you? What are you gaining from that? Why are you so invested in those people's lives? That basketball game literally has no impact on your life specifically. Unless you a sports bettor, then I guess you cooked and it kind of does have something, but besides that, it don't really have nothing to do with you. That rapper having a kid, that person getting a divorce, like none of these things that you're consuming, none of these things that you're having arguments with other people online about, they don't matter at all. What is the point of you doing that? He says the habit of doing anything that is useless leads to the formation of other habits that are useless, especially the habit of drifting. This is the easiest way to become a drifter and waste time focusing on what others have going on instead of focusing on yourself. And that was just a bar to me, man, because we spend a lot of time on social media, just a lot of time on YouTube, a lot of time just critiquing a lot of other people or just pouring into other people and what they have going on instead of pouring into ourselves. We see that that doesn't get us anywhere. This book was written way back in the 1930s and it's 2025, but just so many things from this book still hold true to today. It's some things that I need to continue to work on, but I'm sure there's some things that you guys can take away as well from discipline. If you guys did take anything away from this, let me know down in the comments what your favorite part of the video was. If you did enjoy today's video, feel free to hit that like button, go ahead and subscribe and comment. It's Alex. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.